My name's Kirsten Hunter. I'm a clinical psychologist, and I'm doing this series because I'm just eager to get information into the public that we cover routinely in session. And today I'm very eager to talk about meditation. Meditation is an incredible life skill, and really we should all be doing it as a routine part of our self-care, and yet it's not really understood, and a lot of people get a bit spooked by it. They think it's all very complex, or it's I don't know, some people think it's alternate when it's not. It's just understanding how your brain works. So I've written a series of books called Signposts for Living. They're not out yet, and that's really motivated me to get this happening. So a lot of people think that meditation is relaxation. It's not. Relaxation, fantastic, that's good for you, whole other conversation. But meditation basically is self-discipline, and it's the process of concentrating on one task, and we use breathing. And in the process of that concentration, you learn to quieten your mind. So the reason we do meditation is most people have their minds racing. On average, we have 65,000 thoughts per day. That's a lot of traffic, and if you're going to have a lot of anxious thoughts or depressive thoughts, it just means that you've got more to deal with. So if you can have a quieter mind, your baseline just makes life that much easier. So basically meditation is a really interesting way to start, is to think, okay, if you were to focus on one object for 2 minutes, and every time your mind went from focusing on that object, you had to just bring it back again. That's meditation. So you might pick a butterfly. I have a picture of a butterfly on my wall at work, and if you focus on a butterfly or an object, whatever it is, and you just think, okay, I'm going to focus on that, and when my mind goes elsewhere, I'm just going to bring it back. What will I have for dinner? Come back to the butterfly. I can hear the air conditioning, come back to the butterfly. I feel nervous about seeing my friend, come back to the butterfly. And so people on average, in my experience, have 10 to 15 thoughts per minute. So that means that you're having 10 to 15 occasions of needing to come back to that focal point of what you're looking at. So instead of looking at something, we focus on breathing. Why? Because that really helps us with bringing us into our from our sympathetic nervous system, so our stress response, into our parasympathetic nervous system, which is the lovely calm state where we live in serotonin, and we're able to do a lot of self-care basically. So we're going to focus on breathing, basically two birds with one stone. So breathing is some people just like to sit and focus on their breath. That is absolutely fine. Sit there and just focus on your breath, and when your focus goes everywhere else, herd it back again. It's like herding cats. Our mind goes everywhere, and you just need to keep bringing it back. I often think of it as a flower. You're focused on the center of the flower, and your thoughts go elsewhere, and you bring it back, and then you bring it back, and you bring it back. So you can just focus on your breath, or with breathing techniques, basically they're about exhaling, thorough exhaling. And that is a really lovely way of just centering yourself. So relaxation is about exhaling. So when we exhale, it actually tricks our brain to think, oh, I can breathe out for quite a long time. So if you just breathe out naturally versus breathing out when you're counting, you'll breathe out for longer. So just beautiful breath in, relaxed, and then just count out perhaps to a 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then breathe in and keep going. So all you do is you sit there and you focus on breathing, either natural breathing or exhaling. So you sit there, you focus on that. Now, start off with 2 minutes twice a day. So get your timer on your phone probably, press the timer for 2 minutes and then turn it over. Otherwise, you'll be wondering, is it 2 minutes? Is it 2 minutes? And you just leave that. So after you've been able to sit and do this for 2 minutes, it's actually really hard to do. It sounds easy, it's not. Then you increase to 4 minutes. And when you're comfortable, increase to 6, 8, and 10. And the goal is to sit and just have that self-discipline for 10 minutes twice a day. So it's really great to schedule a time to do this, otherwise we don't. So just like cleaning your teeth, I personally like to do meditation when I wake up in the morning. I go back to bed with my coffee, I drink my coffee, and then I put my timer on for 10 minutes and I do 10 minutes of meditation. And then at night time, when I come to bed, and I will sit up and I'll do 10 minutes of meditation, and then I'll read or whatever I'm going to do. So having a scheduled time is really, really important. Now, please remember, it is absolutely normal that you're going to not be able to focus on the breathing. Your mind will wander. That's the point. It's not about whether your mind wanders. It's that you need to just bring it back to the breath. Bring it back to the breath. And that's meditation. If you do this, it will quieten the traffic. It will give you more peace in your mind and give you more opportunity to decide what to think rather than be reacting, because as you probably know, most of our thoughts we've thought about yesterday and we'll think about tomorrow. So we have a lot of traffic that's really not that helpful. So if you want to catch me, you can find me on KirstenHunterAuthor.com. Facebook is Kirsten Hunter Author. My Instagram handle is Kirsten Hunter Author. I'm on Twitter, Kirsten Hunter AU. And YouTube, here we are, and podcast Signposts for Living with Dr. Kirsten Hunter. So, thank you. Take care.